Oh, Colton. Now I have to tell everybody what happened. This comment right here was a former student of mine. My first year of teaching. This is now my 7th, so do the math. This was that kiddo who thought the rules didn't apply to him. I am young, and I was even younger then, but I wasn't born yesterday. You know, that whole expression. And this one tried to pull a fast one on me. So here's a story time. First, let me say, I am a special ed teacher. I have students who take my class, like peer students. I think I've said it in previous videos before. And he was a senior at the time, and he was one of my peer mentors, you know, a positive role model. But regardless, I love the kid. So back to my story time. We had a field trip one day, and he did not get his permission slip signed from all of his other teachers, so he couldn't go. We got back to school roughly at like 12:30, and like the next class started at 1. I can't remember that far back. And when I got back to school, I had seen him in the cafeteria, like just walking by. I had seen him. And then I had him for the 4th block of the day, which is the very last block of the day, and he never came to class. If anything's gonna get under my skin, it's gonna be you trying to pull a fast one on me. So what do? I call the front office. I called the front office and say, hey, did he sign out? The answer was no. I looked outside my window because his car was parked right outside my classroom, and his car was gone. You didn't sign out and your car's gone. What are you doing? You're skipping. At the ripe age of 23, your girl was petty. Like Pettyville, I was living in it. But I thought, I am going to teach this kid a lesson. So the next day he comes into my classroom, and I was like, hey, where were you yesterday? You weren't in 4th block. He was like, yeah, I left early. And I was like, yeah, I know. You didn't sign out in the front office, so like, what happened? What did you do? And you could tell he like stopped for a minute and goes, I was skipping. And I was like, I know. It was then he knew he was defeated. So he was on school probation, and if he would have gotten caught skipping, he wouldn't have graduated. So I used that to my advantage. So I gave him 2 options. I said, option 1, I can turn it in and you won't graduate. Or option 2, I said, you're going to go home, you're going to write a 5-page paper over a disability, and you're going to turn it in first thing in the morning before 7:20, which is when school started. Oh, Miss Destiny, I have a job. I have to work tonight. I can't do it. Not my problem. The next morning, he shows up with paper in hand. I grabbed it, and guess what I did? I ripped it up right in front of him and threw it away in the trash. The look on his face was absolutely priceless, but you could tell that he learned from this lesson. If you don't believe me, you can ask him yourself.